What's up, guys? It's Jonathan with One Big Impact. So, I want to talk about something, and I don't think I've talked about it for a while. It's funny because I just realized the more I do things, like the more I do travel, the more I exercise, the more I do anything that I'm out to seek, the easier it actually gets, but only in a sense, because it's easier only the things that you've previously repeated. So as far as going through customs and booking plane tickets and getting the money together for travel and stuff like that becomes easier. But you're going to continue to experience new challenges along the way. So I just came to the conclusion as I was walking around, and I'm lost. I'm in Medellin, and I actually have no clue where the hell I'm at. I think I'm near El Poblado by accident. I've been walking for hours, and I was riding for hours before that. I think I've probably burned like 4,000 calories today. I just wrote a quote just now that I just came up with, and it says, live your destiny or become your own worst enemy. And the reason I said that is because if you stop and think about the things that you would like to do in your life, you have to really start making a plan. If you want to lose weight, make a plan and get serious about it. Because here's the thing, I'm not trying to be a jerk about this, okay? But I'm going to tell you right now, if you want to lose weight and you're not losing weight, it's because you're not serious enough yet, okay? If you want to travel and you're not traveling and you say you can't travel, it's because you're not serious enough yet. And a lot of people will say, well, I have kids, I have this situation, I have that situation. Well, I see people while I'm traveling in hostels with children that are at average income, okay? So there's really no reason for you to sit there and deny your own destiny. And I'm not saying your destiny is travel or fitness or whatever, maybe mine is, okay? I don't actually know. I'm living through my experiences. But I will say that if you rob yourself of those things, these experiences that could potentially be your destiny, you don't know, at maybe some villa in Italy is your place to be, and you will find your heart, your soul, you will spend the rest of your days there because it is just the most beautiful thing that you have ever experienced in your life, walking through the streets of Italy and just being more relaxed and more serene than you ever could imagine. Now, Italy's not everybody's place, and I understand that. I'm sitting here in Medellin, Colombia, and I actually thought it was a desert. I'm not even lying. I really did not know what it was like. And as you can see, it's definitely not a desert. It's very, very beautiful. It's very green. The people, the culture is amazing. It's not really what I expected. So sometimes you just have to stop being so hard on yourself and stop being a naysayer. We always say we got to get those negative people out of our lives. Well, get the negative person out of your mind, and that sometimes is you. Stop worrying about and I had somebody comment on my YouTube channel the other day. They said, you're giving people advice to quit their job and travel the world and experience the things that they love, but you can't even afford your gym membership. And that's true. But what do you want to be? A slave to society? And you want to, and I'm not going into some weird conspiracy theory on this or anything, but what do you want to be? Do you want to be traveling around the world? The gym here is like $1 a day, and that's the same as it is at home, okay? The gyms in Thailand were 50 cents a day, so $15 a month. I can more easily live abroad financially than I can anywhere else. But the point is not money. You know, if you get so tied up in the idea that I can't afford it, I just don't have the money. You do have the money, okay? I live off yes, I live with family, but I also have about $10,000 in credit card bills, credit card debt, unfortunately. I have car insurance that I have to pay every month. I have cable, I have my cell phone, I have my kid's cell phone. I have food that I have to buy for myself. I have food that I have to buy for him. I have to buy gym membership. I have to pay for all kinds of things, you know. People that don't take these things into consideration. It's expensive feeding kids. I'm feeding my kid while I'm here, okay? That is all taken care of. But the thing that you have to remember is the first keystone that I learned about traveling from my first travel abroad over to England was, do not ever think about the money. I know that sounds crazy. It sounds slightly hallucinating, slightly crazy, okay? And I understand that. But my first trip, I ended up having to save. It was something like I got a bunch of scholarships, and I ended up going with, I think it was for a month, and I think I ended up going for like with like $9,000. And I saved half of it, which was just absolutely unheard of because I don't have a huge income. But what they told me is just chip away at it, chip away at it, chip away at it, put it in the account, put it in the account, put it in the account. Don't think about it, just do it. Do all these things that you have to do. Don't think about the money, because initially, before the scholarships had came in, I had to save like $9,000, and I was just like, I don't even make that in a year. How am I going to do that? They said, you'll do it. Don't worry. So my advice to you is, if you want to travel, if you want to quit your job and go for a different job, if you want to go work abroad, book your ticket, your plane ticket. Make sure you got a little bit of money in the bank, no big deal, and just do it. Just do it. Don't overthink the entire situation. If you're one of those people that has to overplan everything, whatever, fine. But I will say the most important thing is just to book your ticket, and 90% of you will go because you've got that $900 or $300 or $100 invested. If you don't act, you'll never find out what's on the other side. I'm not saying the grass is greener, but I'm saying you really need to experience your life to the fullest. You are eventually going to run out of time. Don't be your own worst enemy. Be stronger than your excuses. Remember to spread love.